we're not going to lose a lot. We're still on 6.4. We're literally losing thousands of a second. That's purely because of slight contacts. No! No, 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 no. Get back on track. Get back on track, TM. Get back on the flipping track. Oh my god. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for a brand new video on WRC 9. It's actually the penultimate episode of the WRC 9 career mode. Yes, I've messed up again and I've actually deleted my recordings of the German rally. To be honest with you, you don't really miss out on something amazing. It wasn't really an amazing rally. I've had a pretty horrendous performance, just like in Turkey, whereas, you know, in Germany we actually managed to get a few points out of this power stage, 4 points actually. And I could have actually won that. Unfortunately, I have no videos to show you that, but I once again messed up. But it's been a horrendous second half of the season. You can see in Finland, Turkey and Germany pretty much we retired sort of and managed to make up some points in the power stages, which has now resulted in us being third in the driver standings and just fighting against Lab for third position in the championship, which is probably the most they can do at this point of the season. Tanak has just run away with this season. He's been getting consistent volumes and all that, and I've just been sat there just retiring. Yeah, I've just not been having loads of fun on this game, if I'm being honest. Obviously the end of this career will be coming very, very soon, probably even before I left for holidays. I've recorded both videos in the meantime, and this time we're going to be having the Wales rally. So it's a rally that a lot of you hate due to the rain. I remember when I made the WRC 9 tips video for rainy condition driving, I did Wales and everybody told me I flipping hate Wales. And you know, getting a good result in this rally, obviously if it's going to be raining, it could really prove my point that you don't really need to be that amazing in rain to get a good result. So because I'm actually not so good in rain. I've also been having a horrendous form as of late on this game, taking part also in the WRC 9 Greek esports. Somehow I'm still fourth in the standings. I'm still doing quite fine, and I could actually go down in Athens and fight over for the finals and probably get a position, get the tickets to go to the proper like esports finals. But either way, that was just a maintenance event. As you can see, we just done that pretty much to get the condition of the car up to the top, and now we're starting off the Wales rally with stage number 1, starting with 2 stages consisting of 6 kilometers, so the pretty normal stages, nothing too crazy. And it's raining, obviously. It's going to be raining throughout the entirety of day 1, and I think throughout the entirety of day 2, if I'm not mistaken. But for day 1, we have this sort of conditions throughout the entirety of all of our stages, all of these 2 stages. And obviously, it's not that bad, the fact that it's raining in Wales. Obviously, the fact with Wales is it's not just gravel, it's very slippery gravel when it's raining. That's what makes this sort of location very, very hard in real life and in this game as well. So it's not like, for example, if it would rain in Argentina or Turkey, it wouldn't be the same as in Wales. The gravel here in Wales is very, very different. As you can see, 1 second slower into sector 1. Not that bad, actually. Considering I'm very, very cautious, trying not to make any mistakes. Not time for the technical section, which I don't really like. I tend to be very slow around here for some weird reason. I don't know how people actually drive fast around this. Oh god, that didn't sound well. Did you hear that sound there from the jump? And now into tarmac now, a little tarmac section. Tarmac, rain and gravel tires. No better combination than this one, boys. I suggest you try this. It's gonna be a nightmare. You're probably gonna see that in your nightmares after you try this. And back to gravel, back to our natural habitat now. We're obviously not getting any green sectors, but it's not been a very bad stage. It's been fairly consistent, just keeping it safe. Gonna try and play it safe, you know. I don't really want to like mess up or, you know, get any increasing amount of damage. Just take it easy, you know. We've been making a lot of mistakes, both in the previous episode, which I missed, New Zealand, which I also didn't upload because I once again had corrupted, that time I had corrupted footage. It wasn't the fact that I had deleted it. So you missed New Zealand, which was an amazing rally. German, it wasn't that good, but oh god, what happened? Why is this happening? It hasn't happened to me in a while. I come back to this game after so long, and this happens. Look at this! Oh my god, this game, man. This game. I don't understand. I have literally a 180 Ti and an i7 700K, and I still get freezes like that. Last couple of corners now. This stage is coming to an end. Hopefully in WRC10 we will not have such optimization issues. Like, I hope so, because it's just very annoying. Hopefully it's not going to happen. I didn't have that on WRC8, on WRC7, so it's just been that game for some weird reason. But either way, 4th overly. Lost overly more time on 3rd sector, but overly you can see my consistent team is Sunin and starting off the rally very strongly. I actually can't use my wheel menu navigation buttons for some weird reason, and I can't really see the comparison on the sectors up against me, Neville, Suninen, you know, all these guys. So it was very weird, but hopefully it can work eventually as I continue recording this episode. But starting off this 2nd stage, once again raining, and it's also the tarmac stage. This is the stage where I had that remarkable episode. I don't know if you remember that. I think it was winning the WRC2 championship. Yeah, winning the WRC2 championship on that stage with a phenomenal drive right on the final sectors, gaining some tenths of a second that literally gave us exactly what we needed to win that championship. Go and check that episode out. It was absolutely amazing, and probably a lot of you have checked it out already, so most of you have checked it out already, so I'm not gonna like really give a link or something. Probably most of you know that, but I hate this stage on the WRC cars. It's completely different to the WRC2 cars. Having less power around this stage is actually positive, whereas now, as you can see, with that kind of power we are carrying on this car, it's almost impossible not to make contact with any of the walls. You understeer way too much, you have so many issues, and especially rain, gravel tires and tarmac, and it's just not ideal. So it makes some very scary contact there. Keeping it on the road though, as we're 1.4 seconds slower. We gained some time, but it's just like thousands of a second that we gained there. There's not really a huge difference. We get a slight suspension damage there. It's not going to be very bad actually, because we're going to be back to the motorhome very soon, back to the service area to repair that suspension sooner or later.
And left 4 over bump 40. Into right 5, tightens 4, short. Into left 5, very long, tightens 40. Left 5, tightens 50. Flat right, into finish.
And across the finish line to set a 2:40.7. Not an ideal time, and as you can see there, it's overly 7th with only 3 seconds the gap being. So we were losing consistently again time and not being very fast. The negative there is that we have Sebastian Leb up into 3rd. He's overly now in front of us, only like 1 second behind 3rd position. So a podium is still in sight of things to come for day 2. Obviously the win is still there with only 11-second gap from the lead. It's not that huge, but based on our pace so far in this rally, especially with a few tarmac sections, I think the tarmac sections were the ones that really cost us a lot of time. We now have 2 gravel stages, again 6-point-something kilometers each one, and we've got a lot of rain again, which is not really a huge issue as well. As long as we're on gravel, I think it's quite acceptable. It's quite easy to navigate through the stage. Obviously being fast around the stage is a whole different story, and that's what I'm going to be trying to do. You know, day 2 we're going to try and push a little bit more. Day 1 I was a bit more cautious. I tried pretty much not to have the same result as we've had in plenty of rallies in this season, which was the reason we're not really in for the championship fight, which was messing up a lot on day 1 and just pretty much our chances of winning any rally was 0 right after day 1, which just made up for a lot of boring rallies, which ended up being the only reason for those rallies being the power stages. I don't want this to happen now. We've got 2 more rallies to go. I'm literally getting ready for WRC9 Esports. I'm trying to perform for Rallystar, and most of all I'm getting ready for WRC10 career mode and some competitions as well probably coming up. So I really want to understand how to drive on a rally, not on a rally stage, how to compete in a rally, and how to organize myself into getting the perfect result, if not the perfect, the best possible result that you can get from a rally. That's what's giving you championship. That's what Ozzy is doing in real life. I don't know if any of you are watching WRC in real life. Sebastian Ozzy is consistent. Did I just get that much damage from that? Oh my flippin', oh my god, I hate this game. I hate this game, man. You literally just I touched the fence just a little bit and I get suspension, brake and engine damage. Brilliant game. 7.7 seconds slower as well. I've had enough of this game, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna see a lot of F1 2021 videos coming up while I'm on holiday and after my holidays before WRC 10 comes out. It's not gonna be my team or anything like that, don't worry. It's something completely new, completely original, so stay tuned for that, boys. But overall, I've got bored of this game. Not the rallying in general, I love the sensations of rallying, but this game with this kind of stupid mechanics has just bored me out a little bit. But 9th overall there, 9.7 seconds slower than Thierry Neuville and similar to Old Tanak there, as you can see, and slower than Sebastian Loeb as well. Not ideal, I'm gonna say that. We're still in the top 5, we're 21 seconds behind the lead. The lead has just got increased by 9 seconds, which is not ideal, obviously. It's not something you really want to see. But we're still in the fight for the podium, only 7 seconds behind Sebastian Loeb. But moving into now the second stage, a short one, theoretically again. Very bad conditions, obviously. But we've also got some turbo damage now. And I'm really just hoping not to get very bad suspension damage now. It's probably the most important thing at this point. There's not a lot of jumps around well, so there's not really a huge chance of getting more suspension damage. It's actually one of the rallies that you tend not to get a lot of damage, but I've just got a lot of damage out of a slight touch to a fence, so we need to avoid the fences for now and just keep on doing our own thing. I think we can just, you know, just keep on driving the same way we are. I don't think we have a lot of issues. Probably be a little bit more brave onto this one because the car is already damaged, so we can actually repair it in the service area after this stage and get ready for day 3. 5/10 slower, not bad at all. I see a retired Hyundai. Wish that was true. Hopefully they will fix that on WRC 10. I don't see anyone mentioning it. Yeah, you know, just seeing retired cars make them being retired as well in the real stage. It would actually make sense.
Definitely don't cut. 30 and left 4 long brake. The right 1 don't cut. 40. Right 4 150. Left 4 open through gate over tarmac. And left 3 30.
I genuinely think these stages are very, very interesting. Oof, slightly there. Missing on the fence, thank god, as we're 999 tenths faster now. Gain some time on that second sector, despite running a little bit wide. Look at how narrow this fence is there, this, not fence, this thing. I don't know how to say it in English. Either way, I don't even know how to say it in Greek at this point. I'm lost for words. It's very, very, really, really immersive, the rain in Wales, honestly. This sometimes I might like whine about the rain, but this location just doesn't go without rain. It just adds up so much immersion into this whole location. Like, this location is useless without the rain. I'm just gonna say that straight away. Just like in real life, most of the times in real life you have the cloudy weather with a lot of rain and a lot of mud and all that. Just makes up a lot for this event. 1.3 seconds faster now. Keep on gaining time ever so slightly there. A few tenths every single sector would be quite good, depending on where Tanak and Neuville are at the moment. Now we're on a little bit of a section which I don't really like because of the unproductivity, if that's a word, that we have on the outside of the track. And now we're back into the forest, which I like. Oh, this is very, very deep braking zone. That was a little bit slower than I anticipated. And again, oh, that was very, very, very close there indeed. Nice and easy, nice and easy. The gate, I remember the word on English. The gate, that's what I was looking for previously, just because I went through a gate at this point as well. Last couple of corners, obviously, 500 meters to go. Not a long time to go now. A lot of bumps, a lot of nice medium speed corners, nice little flow into these stages. The rain is starting to fade away now. I never understood that effect there with the sun. And across the finish line, they set at 4:15.1. That's a decent time, a very, very decent time in my opinion, and it is actually a decent time. 1.9 seconds ahead of Tanak. Neville having a pretty horrendous stage, 18.7 seconds, and we're 6 seconds as well ahead of Sebastian Loeb, which is not ideal. I would have loved Tanak to be 18 seconds behind me and Neville being 1 point something seconds behind me, but overally now you can see I'm 15 seconds only behind the leader, which means with the whole day coming up, you never know what's going to happen. And not only that, we're actually 3 seconds off second position and 2 seconds off third position, which is our main target, Sebastian Loeb. So a podium is still up there, and moving into day 3, I was never expecting myself to be into the podium fight in Wales, especially after the things that have been happening so far in this season of the career mode, the final season of the career mode. You know, coming up into the season with a Toyota, I was like, okay, we're gonna win this season. I won it with a Ford. Now with the Toyota, the best car in the game, we're gonna win it. But fortunately, that wasn't the case. But either way, day 3, we've got a super special stage, a super stage actually, which is the tarmac one. I hate this one with all my heart. And then we've got as a power stage, the epic stage. Also, as you can see, I changed my lighting there on the Wilcom. It's got actually, I've started this video at 7 PM. I ended up recording it until 9 PM, so it got dark, and I decided to open up my overall lighting there in the room, not only the background lighting which I have behind my screen. So yeah, tell me down in the comments below which kind of lighting you like. Do you like the whole thing there with the whole lighting where you can see absolutely everything, or do you just like leaving everything turned off and leave only the background lighting that I have in my room? So yeah, tell me down in the comments below. So we're 1 second slower already in this stage. I absolutely hate this stage. At that point I hate it. You know, the last time we were there, it gave me actually a championship in the WC2 category, as we made contact there with the barrier, I should call it, or with the wall. Let's call it a wall. So I'm even more slower there, slower and slower. Just overally, I think these 2 tarmac stages are the ones that really costed us a lot of time. Taking into consideration, we lost like around 3 seconds on the first one. Now we're gonna lose even more. I think this is a little bit worse. But yeah, they've just been costing us a lot of time. It's not that I actually hate them, but rain with dry tires, with gravel tires and tarmac, it's just horrendous. It's literally the nightmare of a rally driver. You can see that 4.4 seconds now slower. I told you it's gonna be even worse, and that could really like determine what our chances are going to be to win this rally in the final stage. Obviously an epic stage which could either go very well or could go horrendously wrong. If it goes very well, you could still win the rally. That's what we've proved in the previous season. But if it doesn't, then it's just not going to happen. We're probably still going to be in the fight though for the podium, whatever the result is here today in this stage. It's going to be 7 seconds. How did I lose so much time in the final sector there? Sebastian Ogier is winning this stage, with Loeb being 5 seconds ahead of me, and 5 point something seconds ahead of me is also Thierry Neville. That is not ideal. You can see on the final sector, somehow I lost so much time. Oh god, that was a very, very bad stage. I'm telling you, the tarmac sections, the tarmac stages on this rally are the ones that I've completely messed up my chances there. This would have been like dry conditions at least. But either way, 21 seconds again behind the leader. Not ideal whatsoever. But we're still in the fight for the podium. We've got a 5 second gap from Sebastian Loeb on third, and then an 8 second gap from Neville in second position. So away we go now for the power stage. 17-kilometer stage, rainy conditions, starting off with tarmac. Hopefully it's not going to be the section that messes us up a lot, like more specifically in damage. Just want to be safe around here. I know this part very well. I know this sort of like stage very, very well. So I'm expecting myself to do well because I know them. I've been driving around these stages since WC7, so it's been around 3 years of driving around these stages. I know them very well. Not to master them or be esports ready, but to know like which corner is coming up and when to brake and all that interesting stuff, as we still make contact around the same corner again and again. It's all down to the conditions. You've got to be very, very slow. Look at that. I'm very, very slow. Second gear on the gearbox. It's just... you just got to be very careful. It's very narrow, very slippery, and there's no grip at all. It's like driving on ice. Yeah, this is like driving on ice on Dirt Rally 2.0. It's a very similar feeling.
And left 3 into right 3, medium, tightens.
We're 1.2 seconds faster despite keep on making contact there with the wall, so yeah, it's fine for some weird reason. I'm expecting myself to do even better now on the gravel as we're coming up to it. Oh no, slight damage there on the suspension. I sort of expected that. Way too many contacts there with the barrier, the wall. Hopefully it's not going to get any worse. Remember, the damage levels here are quite good as long as you don't make contact with fences or barriers, so we could still be in for a shot, you know.
Caution, chicane left at junction, uphill, opens 50. Brake, acute hairpin left and flat left, 30. And right 3 short, into left 3 short, over junction. Hard brake for square right, over gravel, and right 5, 60. Right 4 opens, don't cut.
5.1 seconds. Obviously, entering the gravel section, it goes even better. We're more into, as I've already told you, our natural habitat, but obviously with a lot of kilometers still to go, I'm very worried about the suspension. It could just go off whenever it just wants to. We've had a similar drama in Finland multiple times, and I just don't want to get that kind of vibe. You know, it's the final stage. Just want to end this episode on a positive note, finally. And obviously, with that kind of gap at this point, we could well and truly be in actually as well for a second position. Not first, obviously, but second could be ideal. A fairly bad sector there, as we lost just that little bit of time. We are currently on a 6.4 second gap. Oh, yo, that was not ideal there. Brake damage. No damage on the suspension though, which is the main thing, remember. But we're losing ever so slightly, just a little bit of time. Are we going to lose even more now? We're not going to lose a lot. We're still on 6.4. We're literally losing thousands of a second. That's purely because of slight contacts. No! No! Get back on track. Get back on track, TM. Get back on the flipping track. Oh my god. Oh no, this could really mess up our chances now of a win. This could really mess up everything. Hopefully not. Fingers crossed we're not going to lose a lot of time. Thank God we managed to respawn at the right time, not causing a lot of damage. As I'm saying that, we get even a yellow indication on the turbo. The engine has already been damaged. I make even more contact. I'm losing my mind right now. Concentrate, we've only got 6.7 kilometers to go. Don't make any more silly mistakes. Let's see how much time we've lost actually. After that mistake, we're still faster, only 1/10 though. Remember, we were 6.4 seconds faster. And with that kind of damage, the car is still okay. So we could still regain that time if we push a lot. As the rain has actually stopped now. That was the prediction. We would rain on the first half of the stage, and then on the final half of the stage it would not rain. But humidity is still very, very high. We're still going to get the paddles and all that. We're still going to have a very slippery surface. But overall, with 5 kilometers to go, if we don't get any more damage and the suspension stays as it is, we could regain some of that time and still be in for a podium chance there. As we're now into the technical section again, the one that I don't really like.
Jump into hairpin right, don't cut, opens. Into left 2, medium through water. Into kinks over crest and right 4 through gate. And left 3 short opens, cut into right 3 over crest. And flat left into right 5 short. And caution, left 4 through gate into right 4, very long, tightens over crest. into left 5 short, into right 3 short, tightens over crest, and left 3 short, brake 30. Left 4, don't cut, over tarmac, into flat right.
As expected, I regained some time there, and we're now on the tarmac section, which was a bit helpful at the start of the rally. You know, we could gain some time, and I think we will. Very good run there on the tarmac section, back into gravel. So we're 1 second now faster. Obviously, the win is not going to happen, obviously. With a few more kilometers to go now, just giving it my best shot. Trying to gain as much time as I can. I'm still in the 5-second position, remember. Oh no, did that really damage the suspension? Oh no. Did that? Oh god, how? 5.6 seconds though. One positive and one negative coming at the same time. Only 1.7 kilometers to go, but the suspension has turned red after slightly touching the inside of a corner there and driving onto wheels. That probably damaged it just a little bit more there. Very vulnerable the suspensions are on simulation damage, but not a lot of corners remaining. I just need to be very, very careful. I'm not going to push now. It's life or death at this point. I really want these 5 points, and I want this podium, which I'm now securing with that kind of gap. So we don't need to push, but we don't need to like brake too much to decide on that way. Not a lot of meters to go. Hopefully the suspension is just going to stay alive for this last couple of corners. Stay on track, nice and easy. Over the jumps, nice little slow corner now. I think we got one more jump coming up now into this last sector. Yes, it is. That's the final jump. Brake a little bit before the jump. There you go, nice and easy. Drop down to 4th into the right-hander and coming across the finish line. I think that is going to be just about enough to win this power stage. You can see my happiness there, and yes, we've actually won it. We've actually won it. 5.7 seconds ahead of Thierry Neville, 11.8 ahead of Oid Tanek. Unfortunately, yet again, if Tanek was second now and Neville was third, we would have been even second. So very, very unfortunate. Obviously, getting that penalty again and missing out on a lot of time there with a little bit of damage there, holding down a little bit. We lost 2 tenths there on the final sector, so I was holding up myself because of that red suspension. So we could have won that rally. Had I been a little bit more careful on that final stage. But overall, a 3rd position, plus 5 points in the drivers in the rally from the power stage. Very ideal because we are gaining points on Leb. We lost points on Tanak, which was our main rival, especially since like the second half of the season, as we were trying to finish at least second in the championship. I think that's now game over at this point. But obviously we are sort of securing 3rd position with that kind of result, finishing ahead of Leb, getting that power stage victory. And I'm gonna be honest, we haven't had such a nice rally for a while. It's been a while since New Zealand, which was frustrating as hell. It was frustrating as hell. It was an episode that you missed, and I'm very, very sad that you missed it because it was an awesome rally. But it was very frustrating because we missed out on the victory on the final stage, whereas here, we could have won the rally on the final stage, but we were only 3rd. There in New Zealand, we were actually 1st and missed out on the final stage, which was just very, very, very sad overall. But what can I say? I've had fun. I had fun today. It's been a while since I've last had fun on this game. But overall, great rally. You can see the driver standings don't really matter at this point. We've secured the 3rd position on the championship, unless I retire and Leb finishes 1st and gets a power stage victory, which has never happened so far in this career mode, so I highly doubt that it's going to happen. So 3rd position is going to be for this season, probably most likely secured. There's literally a 0.1% chance that is going to happen with Leb in this one, but yeah, had fun. Penultimate episode of the WRC9 career mode. It's been a very, very fun journey, but I'm not gonna wave goodbyes already. Obviously, I'm preparing the final episode, which has already been recorded, so it's gonna be out either when I'm gonna be out on holidays or like one day before I go off to holidays. I really want to prepare a few F1 2021 videos of my new series. Reliving the 2021 season. That's going to be my series. That's what my series is going to be called, and I'm probably going to be getting 2 or 3 episodes out for you while I'm going to be out on holidays. And when I come back, we're going to be doing F1 2021 and also the other ideas ahead on The Rally 2.0. not a series, but it's pretty much covering up the history of different legendary rally manifestos on the Rally 2.0. I want to do automation as well, and all this will happen right before the WRC 10 release. So there's a lot of things coming up in the channel, a lot of variety in the content, but obviously when WRC 10 comes out, I want you to be patient. Most of you actually are going to want that, but there's going to be a lot of WRC 10 content. That's what happens every single year. This is going to happen again. It's just the way that my channel is going. But after a few months after the WRC 10 release, we're going to be back into the more creative ideas. No, I'm not going to be posting them while doing the WRC 10 career, but they're going to be a little bit less. You know, WRC is my main thing on the channel. Rallying in general is the main thing. So the Rally 2.0, WRC 10 are still the main games. But before them, F1 2021, a little bit of the Rally 2.0, and also the automation, Richard Benz Rally, all this beautiful content that I'm working on, which is gonna come right after my holidays. While I'm on holidays, expect F1 2021, mostly that, and maybe one extra Factor 2 video with Formula E, just throwing that out there. But yeah, if you really want to stay tuned with that, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Like this video if you're a fan of this series. Show this video to any of your friends that are looking for fresh racing content. Follow me on Twitter because I'm quite active there. Join my Discord server if you want to chat with me or any of my friends, the admins. We have a very good group of people there. And yeah, until next video, boys, I'll catch you later. Goodbye.
I know you hear all the time, but I got to know what's your sign. I know you hear all the time, but I got to know what's your sign. Let me get that off your mind. It really don't matter, you a Scorpio tonight, and it's. Let me get that off your mind. It really don't matter, you a Scorpio tonight, and it's. I know you hear all the time, but I got to know what's your sign.